Welcome to this video. Let's look at how we can use the index and the match to create a conditional lookup function. We want to look up the sales value for Alice in the North region, and we are going to be using the index and match to accomplish that. But first, what is index and what is match? Index specifies the range of values we want to retrieve, which in this case is the sales column. Why match? What match does is that it helps find the row number where both conditions, name and region are met. Remember, we want sales value for Alice in the North region. So for the match, the condition of the name and the region must be met. That's what the match basically does. We're going to start by typing out the formula. I want you to type it out carefully with me. After typing out the formula, then I will explain what the formula does. So I'm going to specify any empty cell right here. So I'll click on this. So let's begin typing out the formula. We want to specify our D2 colon our D5, which is the cells range. I will explain, you don't have to worry. Hope you are typing as I'm typing. And you need to be careful, guys. After you are done typing, you are going to press Ctrl Shift Enter. As you can see, it outputted 5,000. Now let's break down this formula to understand how it works. Let's start with the index. The index function here, remember it retrieves a range, which is D2 to D5. And the D2 to D5 is the sales range. The main purpose of this video is to get sales value of Alice from the North region. So the index, we are going to specify the range of D2 to D5, which contains our sales data. Now the match, what it does is that it searches for the first occurrence where both conditions are true. This A2 to A5 is equal to Alice. It means check the name column and check if there's any name called Alice here. And it's true, there's a name called Alice here. So which means this is true, and truth means 1. Multiply by B2 colon B5. This B2 colon B5 is equal to naught. It does the same thing as the A2 to column A5. What this means is that B2 here, which is the naught to B5, the naught to west, go to this column and check if there's any region named naught here. And the answer is truth, which is 1. So now, 1 multiplied by 1 will give us 1. And this same method also applies to the rest rows, because since we check for A2 colon A5 is equal to Alice and B2 colon B5 is equal to naught, once we multiply truth and truth, 1 times 1, it gives us 1. Now, the next row, which is A3 and B3, if we check A3, there's no name like Alice in A3 and there's no region like naught in B3. So it's false, which is false times false will give us false. The first A2 and B2 is true, A3 and B3 is false, A4 and B4 is false, A5 and B5 is false. And since A2 multiplied by B2 is truth, Remember, what match does is that it looks for the first occurrence of 1 in this array. And since the first occurrence of 1 in this array is A2 multiplied by B2, is going to return the position of that and pass it to the index. Once it passed it to the index, what the index does is that it retrieves the value and output it. So if we press Ctrl Shift Enter, we are going to get 5,000 because the index retrieve the value from A2 and B2, which is 5,000 in our sales column. And that is how you create a conditional lookup in Excel using index and match. This method is flexible and can handle multiple conditions without the need for helper columns. I hope you found this tutorial helpful. Subscribe or follow me for more Excel tips and tricks. Thank you.